Don't you fuck with my energy. Don't you fuck with my energy. Don't you fuck with my energy. Don't you fuck with my energy.
Is so concerned about you. I mean, you're going through hell right now.
Yes, we are.
God to work the miracle. That God will not only hear, but God will answer my prayers. The prayer of faith for you, for God to work in your family.
You know what? This is how we need to be praying, y'all. You need to be putting emphasis, explanation point on God. You need to be putting, okay, praying, okay? Like, I don't know. I always call him my end of time preacher. Like, if the world was coming to an end, I would probably watch him and be like, you know what? He's talking some real shit right now. Because God. Okay, y'all. So, let's God be a big old bottle of Lysol spray. Did y'all hear about Mama Daddy Louisiana? You mix that Negro with that Creole gator. Did y'all hear about Louisiana, girl? Did you hear about how many people had corona? But y'all were out in Bourbon Street and shit, drinking that Mardi Gras that just passed, contaminating each other. Yeah, he's like, we had 9 cases and now we got 2 trillion. I'm like, yeah, y'all didn't quarantine fast enough. Y'all should have been quarantining since like last month. Like 20 people died. Like, it's some real shit, y'all. Rona is not here to play with y'all, okay? She is that relative who comes over your house and will not fucking leave, eat up all your food, clog up your toilets, ring up your electricity bill, and then have the nerve to leave and tear up all your shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, let's just read about the American economy. I keep getting a lot of questions about the economy and things of that like nature. I'm gonna look 6 months from now and see where we're going to stand. But before I let you go, can I get a kiss? Good night, baby. For folks who got allergies like me, y'all, be careful with going out because people are gonna think that you got Rona, okay? This is the Hoodoo Tarot. I'm in love with the artist who created these images. Of course, the author, she's amazing her damn self, but she's barely on Instagram. She barely like responds to tags. It's a very aloof energy. So, but she made the Hoodoo Tarot. Y'all, get this deck. Get this deck. This deck is worth money. This deck is worth money. For all you tarot lovers or just readers, collectors, get this deck. I promise you, you will be satisfied. Okay? So, and here it is here. I'm not sure if I'm reading with it. There's also another deck that, this is an oldie but goodie. The Book of Doors. It's got that comedics, but still that occult feel to it. And this is my second time buying it because I actually gave it away to one of my tarot students a long time ago. And it even has like dice in here. So here's some tarot recommendations. It's the end of the world as we know it. So you might as well just get all the advice you can. All right, y'all. So why don't we take a look? Some people are asking, why do I have on gloves? Shit, why not? It's the end of the world as we know it. So you might as well go out with a bang. All right, so let me see. So I know people who love to sleep around. I know their asses is staying home. They don't want to bring home Auntie Rona. They don't want to bring home Auntie Rona. Okay, where is the American economy going to be? Let me do it. Okay, where is the American economy going to be in May? I'm about to ask, where is the American economy going to be in May? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Things are going to start running again in May. So this is telling me that April travel is going to start up again in May. But it's going to be, it still has an energy of like, it's still very fragile. It's like somebody who just came out of like chemotherapy, or, you know, some delicate. It's still very delicate. The world will start slowly, but it's like in the starting phases in May. I still feel like Corona's still around, but not as strong. Like she's still there. But the world, it's not even speaking about the United States. The world is going to be trying to get back to like normal. Certain things will still be not really complete. It's speaking that really it won't really be till around June till we really start to move a little bit more. Money is still tight. We still have to hold on to, so the economy, it's still a very save, not a spend energy in May. Yeah, it's still trying to figure stuff out, trying to figure out. Something is going to come up in May with the corona, which is actually good. I don't think it's a vaccine, but it's a major step forward in May with corona. It's going to be something we learn that kind of kills it off, and it's not wearing gloves and face masks and Lysol. It's something else. So May, it feels like May 15th, 18th, we finally start. But it's like a very fragile old woman. You know what I'm saying? It's very fragile. Where are we going to be in 6 months with the coronavirus? And that is September. Where are we going to be as a country with money and economics? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Households will be getting money. Opportunities will be coming back around. It shows movement. It shows movement in September, especially within the household, but it's still something where I know this sounds crazy, but I think corona is going to show its face again in September or going into October. When it starts getting cold again, I think it's going to show its ass again. I think it's going to give us one more bout. And y'all know it's going to be a long winter. It's going to give us, yeah, y'all, it's coming back. It's going to come back around. It's going to hit us again. It feels like late September, October, cases are going to start showing up again. But something about it is different. It's not the same. But something they discover in May is going to help us in late September going into October. Something is, it's still, Rona's old stank ass is still playing with us. She likes the cold, okay? Once it starts getting cold again, we do need to start worrying. And then it's going to cause chaos. So it's crazy. It's like while we think we're coming out of it, and we are, it's like it hits again. And it's like, what the hell? But then we do find something that does help us to fight it off harder. But we are going to still be 6 months. Yeah, y'all. We're going to still be in the depths of the devil's bowels. It shows families having to manage their money. So we're in a very delicate place for the next 6 months. So yeah, y'all, Rona's gonna reappear again in like late September, October. It's gonna rear its ugly head again, but it's something we have where we can fight it off. But it seems like it's a winter time thing once it starts getting cooler. So it's like, y'all, it's like that small penis boyfriend who just keeps coming back into your life, won't leave you alone. Leave me alone. You cannot please me. It's not gonna work. It's just too much. It's just too much. Where is the U.S. economy going to be in 6 months? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. In a year from now, we're still going to be trying to figure it out. Like, we're still going to be in a place of still trying to figure things out. Let me before I speak, the economy will bounce back, and it's kind of weird because we will end up having more jobs. So, but it's a year from now, y'all. So the economy is actually going to put up a fight to come back. It also shows other like nations doing like better. Yeah. Here comes Corona again. Here's Corona. But something about her is weak. She's gonna take a little break after a year, y'all. It's like she's gonna go into a recession or something. She's gonna take a little break. A little break. But she's coming back. It's something about this virus where it just won't die. It will go into hiding for a few months, and then it's just it's like a succubus or something. It keeps coming back. It's like your bills. It just keeps coming back every month. Certain economies are still going to be in struggle mode. I think the traveling aid, I think the plane industry, I'm about to go through certain industries. How is the airline industry going to be doing in 6 months from now? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Trying to rebuild, but in all honesty, I do think there's going to be a major airline that files for bankruptcy. It's going to be tough. It's also going to be tough for travelers because taking certain flights is going to be harder now. Like, rather than, you know how certain flights fly out, you know, every day, it may be a point where maybe certain flights only fly out twice a week. So tickets will sell out fast and people will have to really pay attention. It shows people wanting to come back and to fly. It shows people ready to travel, but it's going to be a lot of issues with like connecting flights and flights coming from here to there. It's going to take longer to fly, y'all. A simple flight that could have taken, you know, an hour or two is going to take 4, 5, 6 hours now. Because I almost feel they're going to try to connect as many flights into one. So the wait time is going to be silly. Or it's just going to be really hard to find certain flights. Yeah, it's going to be confusing, y'all. In 6 months. Yeah. It's still, be prepared to wait. Be prepared. There's going to be a lot of connecting flights. Like, if a flight takes 2 hours, it may really take 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, you got to stop here, then you got to stop there. It's going to be, in order for them to survive, it's going to be interesting. So, you may have to catch one flight, get out of another state, and then jump onto another plane. It's going to be interesting how our stuff works out until the airline industry can get. How is our medical industry going to do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. It's actually going to be strong. Our medical industry is going to be strong. It's gonna be strong, y'all. Our medical stuff is gonna be good. I guess the Rona caused us to have a lot more. It's in a strong place. It's in a balanced place. So in 6 months, the medical industry, yeah, it'll be sitting strong. They'll actually have a lot of outside services for people who need help. Yeah, they're gonna be fine. They're also going to get a lot of money from the government to fight infectious disease. So actually, in 6 months, they'll be doing well. Okay, how is the restaurant, for all y'all servers, cooks, and chefs, how is the restaurant industry going to go? 5, 4, in 6 months, 5, 4, because we all know that, you know, what is it called? Easter dinner has been canceled. I think we will have a like Mother's Day. I think we will. Maybe, but it feels yes. I think we'll be able to go out to eat. I still feel like Rona is there, but it's not as strong. But you still got to practice caution. You see what I'm saying? What is it going to be? How is the restaurant industry going to be doing in 6 months? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. This is, the industry is actually, I already know what this is saying. It's going to be, yeah. The restaurant industry is not going to be the same, y'all, in 6 months. I think we're still going to be using a lot of like DoorDash, Uber Eats, eating out. We're going to see certain places close down permanently. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We won't see a lot of, because a lot of people aren't going to be able to figure out how to keep clients. I just think eating out is going to become, getting your food and eating like you can't eat inside is going to become something that is more, the Rona is still there. It's like Corona's around, still around in the food industry in 6 months. It's one of those places where it can still spread. So it's speaking in terms of large gatherings are still not, they're not feeling large gatherings. So the restaurant industry is going to suffer. Let me see. How is the hotel, how is the hotel industry going to do in 6 months? How is the hotel industry going to do in 6 months? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. It's struggling. It has the cards are speaking of them putting up a fight and not really know. It's almost there goes Rona, but not as strong. It's still a Corona energy around it in 6 months. It's like it flip-flops. It's like they're struggling. So the hotel industry is still going to be struggling for a, yeah. People are just, People are still going to travel, but it's just in smaller numbers. It's not as large. It's gonna struggle in 6 months. It's still going to be a struggle. Yeah, to get people to come and to like settle down is still going. They got some work on their hands, but it feels hopeful. Like they will come out of it, but not in 6 months. It's still gonna be an up and down for the hotel industry. How is it going to do for people who work in the office, corporate, administrative, you know, people who have to go into an office? How is it going to be for them in 6 months? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Y'all, it's gonna be tough. We're going to see some closing of some companies, or companies filing for bankruptcy and having to let a lot of office jobs are going to be cut back. Sorry, that's a tough industry. If you work like as a admin, call centers, there's going to be a lot of changes in this industry. It was hit hard, and it's going to come swift. Where a lot of people are going to lose jobs in this industry. Yeah, y'all. And then next, if you work in this industry, y'all may want to look for other jobs or go into other professions, because this industry, it took a hit. Sorry. There's that industry is going to be shutting stuff down. Sorry, guys. Hold on, let me see. How is the government? Oh, excuse me, we got kids. How is the school systems going to be doing in 6 months? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. It can go either way. It can literally go either way. Let me see. It's coming back. It's coming back, but it's gonna be cautious. It has a very cautious energy. Kids are coming back. They're coming. School feels like it's gonna be longer. Like, it feels like in a lot of states, the time that was lost, school is gonna be longer. It's like, in any sign of an outbreak, they're sending everyone home. Yeah. There is a problem. Certain school systems, I hate to say this, it's going to be, the government is going to act weird towards y'all when it comes to like funding and money. So it's speaking in terms of certain schooling. If you already had a hard time getting money from the government now, you're going to have an even harder time. Yeah. They're going to be all right, but it's still going to be kind of shaky. Yeah. Okay, how is it going? How is coronavirus going to be to the United States in 6 months? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. We're going to have control over it, because there is something coming out in May that is going to help us. But it's still around, though. It's still around. It's still around. It's going to come again and still try to snatch y'all's souls. Social. We still need to be careful even in 6 months with how we socialize. The threat is still there. It's like you can still catch it. Like, and I feel like it's a low risk, but it's still possible. Especially in public places, it's still a threat. It's just not a high threat. It's still there, y'all. It's still there. Yeah, it's still there, and it can still affect your money, not being able to work, not being able to, yeah, it's still there in 6 months. It's there, but it shows us having a stronger stance. So I don't know if China about to discover something. I don't know. Does Spirit have a message about the coronavirus? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. The economy is going to go through some shit. One person in every household, if you're in a 2-parent household, may not have a job. Things are going to feel helpless. Things are going to feel helpless. We're going to feel like we don't really know what type of resources are coming, but it is something that we can handle. But it's still there. It's like when we think it's gone and we think we're catching a break, it's gonna be like bam. So they're telling us prepare for a second hit around September, October. So they're telling us it's gonna come around again, but we're going to be able to socializing. We still need to be careful with how we socialize in the next 6 months. Like, we really shouldn't be going to the movies, comedy shows. We still have to be. It's a sociable disease, so it's still around. It's still there, y'all. They're like, it's still here. It's just gonna, the threat is gonna go down. But she's like, concerts, movie theaters, like, it's still a threat. It's still a threat. It's gonna hurt a lot of industries, because I know I'm not going to the movies in 6 months. If the spirits are like, no concerts, no movies, no restaurants, guess what? It's just gonna be me, myself, and I. But we'll make it through. But it's gonna be tough, y'all. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah. It's gonna be tough, y'all. Like, I'm not here to I just feel like each household, one person is gonna be unemployed. If it's a 2-parent household, it's gonna affect at least one adult. One adult. Yeah, this virus is not playing with us. It's not. It's still around. We can't seem to eradicate it. Wow, I don't even know what else to say. I don't even know. Look, I'm about to be real tacky. What does God have to say about the coronavirus? What does the universal, the beginning, the end, the up, the down, the dark, the light, the air, the sun, the moon, the desert, the ocean, the sea, the Om, the creator, the King of Kings, the Queen of Kings, the I don't know, the everything, the I, the who. How does this energy feel about, what message does this energy want to send us? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And God, he's talking about, like, God is just telling us, look, things ain't gonna be the same. Like, be prepared. Like, the next 2 years is gonna be real different. He's speaking in terms of what we know as normal is not, we're not going to be normal after this. He's like, we've entered into a different time, into a time where we're going to have to work hard. Y'all, God is keeping it real. He's like, we coming into some hard times. We're coming into some hard times. There's more stuff coming. I'm even seeing a war. Like, I don't even think it lasts long. It's going to take a lot out of us. It is. It's going to take a lot out of us. It's going to take a lot out of us. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, we'll have moments where it's up and down. But we got some tough times coming, y'all. And he's just being honest. What words of wisdom does God or the higher energies, the saints, the archangels, what words of encouragement on how we should treat humanity and how we should treat each other during? He says, I will take the high and bring them low. Meaning, if you think, oh, I got enough money to make it through this, you'll be shocked how low you go. So I think humility is going to get people far in this. Because I literally heard, I will bring the high low. So be very careful. Tread lightly. What message do the higher energies have to help us? How we can help ourselves through this? 5, 4, 3, 2. Stop. Huh, I knew it. You're going to have to give. Like, y'all, we're gonna have to help each other, and not just help each other, but help each other in reason. Like, people who have more than others, they're going to have to step forward and help. Like, this includes companies, credit cards. God said that things will never be the same again. We've entered into a completely new era. So he's just letting us know. He's saying helping people who need help. Now is not a time to be indecisive or not know what you're going to do. It's not the time. It's not the time. Yeah, helping in various ways. Yeah, helping is what is going to open blessings, because it's what I suspected. It's what I suspected. I don't think we're going to stop making money. I just think money is it's not going to be the same. If y'all want to fighting, it's just going to make the things even worse. People, we're gonna have to work as a world to get through this. Donald Trump said a year. I think it's gonna take us a while to come out of this. We will, but there's this energy of, if you don't help thy neighbor, if we don't help each other out more, it's gonna be a tough few years, y'all. Like, it's gonna be, we're gonna have to really, he's saying we're gonna have to really, I call God a he, but if you want to call it, whatever, a he, she, or, energy, it's up to you. If you're not good at managing money and helping others, you're going to have some, I still see money being made, but it's not at the same pace. It's not the same. It's not the same for a while. How is this going to affect Donald Trump's presidency? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. It's actually going to help him to move forward. It's not going to hurt him. Even though he was kind of clueless. But in the end, it's going to come up a lot during re-election time. That's when he's going to hear it. He's going to hear a mouthful then. It's like the American people is just going to be waiting. Like, we got a lot to say on both sides, Democratic and Republican. It's like we're coming, but he still stands strong. He still becomes president again. Barely, though. Barely. Like, we're not pleased. Like, it's like both sides are not pleased, Republican and Democratic. Yeah, we're not pleased, y'all. And how is the coronavirus going to affect re-election for Republicans? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. They're still gonna do okay. Yeah. But they are going to lose more seats though. It's like they're still in power, but they lose seats. Whatever that means. It's like they hanging on. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna lose some seats in the Senate or like in the House or something like that. Like they're gonna lose more seats. How is the Democratic Party going to do with election when it comes to the coronavirus? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. I know they about to leave Obamacare alone. They're gonna get real quiet about that. It's gonna be a struggle, but they're still going to move forward. They're still going to, it's going to be something about international help and trying to bring things together, still trying to find balance. I know this sucks, but I think we're going to lose the House or something. It's gonna do something weird. Did we win the House last time? I forgot, y'all. It's gonna flip. It's gonna be like we win this, but it's gonna be on some weird shit, y'all. I think more Democrats are coming into office in the next election, so there's gonna be more Democratic seats. It's gonna be interesting. I need to do a reading how the coronavirus affects politics and all of the parties involved. I just feel like we're gonna lose the House or the Senate, but we're gonna gain something else. It's like we flip-flop. But it's gonna be more even. So, but it's something about the Democratic Party has a lot of problems, y'all. They just can't seem to get it together. It's become the party for really everybody. It's like nobody's united in anything, and that's what is gonna destroy it. So y'all, I hope I can I brought some light to this thing. I wanted to ask, I don't know if I have time, how is the beauty industry going to be doing in 6 months? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. It's actually still going to bring in money. It will have its ups and downs, but it's actually going, it's going to take a, I think the beauty industry in 6 months is still going, so if you work in hair, nails, it's still going to keep moving, but it feels like it's something that's going to take a year to fully balance itself out. So the beauty industry, I think people in the beauty industry are going to have to lower their prices and figure out ways. This is going to make us very creative. I think what we used to charge for stuff is going to go down, because we're going to have to survive. It's going to take the beauty industry a year, but they'll be all right in 6 months, but stuff is going to change. Like, stuff is going to change. So if you do like nails and hair, your prices may have to go down in order to survive. If not, you're probably going to struggle. All right, y'all. So conjure on. Bye.